My pranams to all Katha Jyotis, divine light of the self. Dear children, I welcome you all for today's story session. Today I am going to tell you a story from the Jataka tales. But before commencing this story, let us offer our prayers to Sadguru. Om Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Now let us start the story. Once upon a time, there was a village, and the people of the village were living very happily. They were very wise, kind-hearted, and generous. And in that village, there were many birds. And these people, what did you know? They built nests for these birds at their houses. So these birds, they flew out in the morning, collected grains, came back in the evening and ate the grains and slept well in the houses of the villagers. Like this, there was a pigeon among those birds. The pigeon was living in a rich man's house. So every day it is to fly out in the morning, collect the grains, then come back in the evening, eat the grains and sleep well in the rich man's house. This was the routine of the pigeon. There was a crow in the village. This crow was very cunning and crooked. It used to see this pigeon living happily in the rich man's house. It was very jealous of this pigeon. It thought, oh, this pigeon is living very happily in the rich man's house. It might be eating all the delicious food prepared in the rich man's house. I don't have the opportunity to eat those delicious foods. Now I should plan something. I should make friend with this pigeon. Then I can also go to the rich man's house and have all the tasty food there. Even if they don't offer me, I will steal somehow. Like this cunning crow thought. So it started flying along with the pigeon. The pigeon saw that the crow was flying with it. So it asked, Dear crow, why are you flying with me? Do you want anything from me? Then the crow said, Oh pigeon, you are so nice, so beautiful, and you are so good charactered. I want to imbibe all your good characters, you know. So, I want to be friend with you. Will you make me your friend? Then the pigeon said, Oh dear crow, all the birds of this village are my friends. You are also my friend, dear. Don't worry. Do you want to live with me? You can come to the rich man's house. The rich man is very kind-hearted, you know. He will build a nest for you too. But one thing, you should be very cautious. You should not do any mischief, right? Rich man is very noble, but he doesn't tolerate any mischief. So, you should be very careful. Is it okay for you? Then the crow said, Oh, that's fine. That's fine. See, I already told you, no, that I wanted to cultivate all the good character that you have. So, I will not do any mischief. I will live with you. Then the pigeon said, nice, nice. Come, let's go to the rich man's house in the evening. Then they started flying further. They collected the grains and flew back to the rich man's house. It was already late in the evening, so they ate the grains and slept well. Next day morning, the pigeon came to the crow and said, oh dear crow, come on, get up. Let's fly out and collect the grains. The crow said, oh pigeon, yesterday I was flying with you for such a long distance, My body is aching fully. I need some rest. So, I will take one day rest and tomorrow I'll join you. Is this okay? Then the pigeon said, it's okay, dear. No problem at all. Be comfortable. Take rest. Take care of your health. I will go and fetch some grains. Okay, now I'll move. Bye bye, it said, and it flew away. Now the crow turned towards the kitchen. Nice aroma was coming from the kitchen. The cook had already started cooking. Now the crow hopped slowly towards the kitchen and came near the kitchen and peeped into the window and saw what the cook was doing. Now it saw to its astonishment that the cook was preparing fish curry. Its mouth started watering. Oh, so nice. I can grab one fish now, it said. But again, it said, hey, be patient. If you fly now into the kitchen, the cook will catch you. Please wait here for some time. Let the cook go out. Then you can go and grab the fish. So it waited patiently there. The cook finished all the cooking. Then he moved out of the kitchen into the kitchen garden to fetch some curry leaves. Now the crow started hopping and came into the kitchen. It wanted to lift the lid carefully and keep it on the slab so that it can take one fish. But while doing so, the lid fell from its mouth onto the ground, making a big sound, tamar. Now the cook heard the noise. He came rushing into the kitchen and saw this crow. Hey, you dirty crow, why you are here? He caught the crow and plucked all its feathers and threw him into the kitchen garden. Oh, it was so painful for the crow. All its feathers were plucked. It was burning, paining. It started weeping. Oh, you, what happened? All my feathers are gone. Now I can't fly. It's so paining. Now how can I get my food? Oh, I was so greedy. That's why I got this punishment. It fell there. It started weeping, and finally it died out of starvation. This is the story, children. Did you like the story? What moral did you learn from this story? See, the pigeon was very good. It had all the noble qualities. That's why it lived very happily. But this crow was very cunning and crooked. That's why it got such a punishment. Isn't it? That's why we should always cultivate good qualities. Otherwise, we will suffer in our life. Isn't it? Now, it's time to finish the story session with a prayer. Asato ma satkamaya tamaso ma jyotirgamaya mrityorma amritangamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shantihi. Lokaha samastaha sukhino bhavantu. Lokaha samastaha sukhino bhavantu. Lokaha samastaha sukhino bhavantu. Harihi Om Tat Sat. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha.